and hopefully that's okay with everybody. I just want to share the recording with any students who couldn't make the session today. And again, I'll check the chat afterwards because I can't see the chat while I'm presenting. So I might have to hop in and out to admit other people to the session. So do bear with me. I'm just going to share my screen now. Now, okay, so here we go. So there I am, there's my email, and you can also use this Hangout link to check in with me on Mondays all day and on Wednesday afternoon. So it's the exact same link if you want to chat, or you can just email me if you want me to answer any kind of career queries you might have at the moment, okay? So, LinkedIn, well, the first thing I'm going to say is that you really need to set up a profile and sign up. You can use it. Don't be too worried about having your profile 100%. It's just really useful for things like job searching and following companies you might be interested in working for. So you can do all that undercover. Nobody's going to be looking at your profile. So don't be too concerned about having your profile completed before you start setting up job alerts. Do go and set up the job alerts and follow companies. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So off you go. Hopefully all you guys are signed up to LinkedIn. So set up your account. Follow the companies you want to work for. Okay, that's an important one because sometimes they have open days that you might want to attend. Sometimes they have they post lots of information every day. So if you're applying for a job somewhere and in your cover letter, which I'll be covering in our next session, I think, you need to say why you want to work for a particular company, and it needs to be specific and it needs to be meaningful. And a great way to get that information is by following the companies and seeing what have they posted about themselves recently. What are they saying? And can you connect into that in any way? Are they doing anything around COVID-19? Are they helping their employees? Are they helping their communities? Maybe that's meaningful to you. Maybe that's something that's meaningful and accurate and specific you could put in a cover letter. Again, are they having any events? Are they having any online seminars that you could join and use it as a networking opportunity to chat to people in those companies? So again, some more companies there. So definitely it's well worth following the companies, and I will show you that. We'll hop onto LinkedIn in a minute. Make sure you're following CCT because that's where I post all the information. So about this workshop, about industry news, about employment information, internships I see, graduate programs, and just lots of stuff that's happening in the college. So make sure you follow our CCT page on LinkedIn. Job searching, create job alerts. This is a really key thing to do on LinkedIn, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a second. Here's a screen grab from LinkedIn. Okay, so you put in keywords up here like internship, and then you turn the job alert here to on, and then you're going to get to see what's happening right now in this area. So if you're looking for grad programs or internships, just put in a general search graduate, just even the word graduate or internship to see what kind of opportunities. The reason I say that is that most of the opportunities are open to business and IT students, so you don't want to miss out. So just do a broad search initially. You can narrow the search down if you find that you're getting too many opportunities that are not necessarily linked to where you want to go. But I say for starters, do set up with the main keywords graduate and intern. Follow the companies. So again, you see that's following Microsoft up here, and here's a little yellow button to follow. So once your CV is market ready, okay, so again, remember from last week's session or earlier this week, Monday's session, update your CV and use the templates that I posted up on Moodle. They're in the career advice section. Download them there. They're in Word. Look at all the headings and make sure your CV's updated. I'm happy to review it for you once you've followed those rules and you've looked at the headings. Then get your profile up. So I would always say start with your CV, get your CV looking really good, because you're copying and pasting over a lot of the information. Not all of the information, but a lot of it. Customize your URL, get connected, request recommendations, join groups, and add a professional photo. When I mean professional photo, I mean a white background, smiling face, professional look. A shirt, blouse on, clear background, and smile. It's important to smile, show a bit of personality in your photograph. So no surfboards in the background, or mountains or mountain bikes, or other people. It's just a facial shot of you, a professional photograph. Set up job alerts. Why? To get to hear about jobs as soon as they are advertised. Okay. So let's just have a look at LinkedIn itself now. So I'm just going to escape out of this. And if we go here, and hopefully you can see this now. So if somebody could let me know, can you see the LinkedIn screen right now? If somebody doesn't mind turning on their mic, I just want to make sure you can see it. Can you hear? Can you see the LinkedIn screen?
No.
No, you can't see. Okay, you can't see the LinkedIn screen. Okay. Let's see if I can do this again. I'm just going to go back, and you could see the slides, right? You just couldn't see the screen. Okay.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, I'm going to just present now my entire screen. So hopefully this will work this time. Share. Can you see this? Can you see it now? Guys, can you let me know? Can you see the LinkedIn profile? Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, we can see.
I'm sorry. Very important. I can't show you what
Thanks.
to do if you can't. Okay. Hey, look. CCT College Dublin. Brilliant. So follow. Okay. I'm sure you all are, right? I presume you all are. So you're going to see updates. Here's one of our students, Adson, and he's built his own little site, how to find work in Ireland as an international student. So that could be interesting to have a look at. So this is the home page. Okay, so the home page has just got some updates from people that I'm following. Okay, some articles. It links into CCT because obviously I'm following CCT. So just let's have a look at this for a moment. Start a post. So this is where you go to add some information. Okay, so you can add a post, you can add a photograph, you can add a video, you can add a document. So maybe a document is a written reference you've had from before. It's a certificate. So if you have a look at CCT, you'll see a lot of the students who are doing some additional online learning. Hey, look at me. Guess what I've been doing for the last week in isolation? I've just done a Java course for 5 hours, something like that. And they're posting the certificates. It's self-promotion and it looks really good. You can add some photographs there as well. So if I just come out of that, write an article. This is another really cool thing you can do. Publish something. Why not? It's not an academic journal, but it's going to set you at, put you in the right direction. Why don't you publish something about your research? Why don't you publish something about in relation to your final year project? And then you can post it out to to the people who follow you on LinkedIn. So they're two really cool things here. So this is on the home page. So I'm just going to go into my profile. Some of this you guys know absolutely. So, you can ask me some questions at the end. It's quite predictive, LinkedIn. So, and it does change. It's a bit like Google. So I may not have every single answer to every question today. Things shift around, they move their location sometimes. So let's have a look. View profile. So this is where you're going to be putting the stuff from your CV, okay? So this about section here, if I just click on this to edit it, the little pencil means to edit. So I've got my profile there, which would be your, you know, undergraduate in business, undergraduate in IT, analytically minded, experience in customer service, looking for a position in whatever. And the key skills bit, if you remember that from the CV, that also goes here. And you can see here I have specialist areas. So that would be your key skills. To make sure you're putting the applications, the software, the things that you've worked on, the project management, the Microsoft Office suite, the G Suite, all of those things, put those here under your specialist areas. And for the technical guys, your HTML, your CSS, your Java, your Python, all of that kind of stuff. You don't want to get things to get missed in a keyword search. So you want to make sure this about section covers your profile and your key skills, okay? Your address should be your name, so you can edit it here. So you see the add profile section and more, there's another little pencil mark there, pen mark. So again, you can go in and edit all the bits about you. And here's your URL. So you can just click on it there. And it's got details, and you can just save. Sorry, so it's up. See this edit public profile and URL. So if you just click on that, you see it here. It's a bit small, sorry, but I can edit it here. Edit your custom and your custom URL. So you can see here it's got my name, A Hannon1. Um, they automatically default to a series of numbers. So you want everything to line up. You want your email to be your name. You want your LinkedIn to be your name. So make sure that you're checking that, edit and custom your URL. So that's one important thing there. Right, let's just go back to the edit page here. So you're adding in all the content here, your experience, you just add a new work experience, you can edit it. So that's all my work experience, on and on and on. My education, try and get the logo, make sure you're pulling up the college logos if you can, okay, when you're adding your college information. These are other licenses and certifications that you may have. You might be able to link in here to some free online learning courses if you're doing any extra CPD, continued professional development, voluntary experience, skills. This one is an interesting one, recommendations. So you really need to get your profile up to 100%. You need to add recommendations. So when you're adding recommendations, you're asking people for recommendations. So if you can see that there, ask for a recommendation, okay? So let's say, who do I want one from? Neil, the college president, okay? So then I might go, Neil manages me directly, your position, careers advisor, and then I might go next and I go, hi Neil. Now I'm not going to do that, but that's what you do, okay? And then you press send. So that's really key. They're like mini references. So if you can see here on mine, I've got these little mini references that say that I've been working in the place at the time that I have been. So it's proof. So there's a lot around evidencing our work anymore with employers. So an employer might see, hey, I worked for Fit for a certain period, and there's a recommendation. So that really backs up that I did work in that place. So recommendations are really quite cool and quite strong, and it's important that you can that you can get those recommendations. Okay, so if you just hang on, sorry guys, just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to stop sharing. I just need to check something. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Is that okay so far? Just go back into present mode and let's see. Share. Uh, okay. Can everybody see that? Can you just let me know
Yes.
you can see the LinkedIn screen? Okay, great. Perfect. So that's a key thing, the recommendation piece there, guys. Okay, so let's just move along then. We've got my network, so that's all the people that are in your network. So there's a few new people looking to join my network today. Now, I have too many connections, but that's because of the job that I do. You know, 60 or 70 is fine. It's not Facebook. You're not looking for connections with every single person you know. It's about people who can help you to get the jobs you want. Okay, so it's not a Facebook type thing. Here, just have a quick look at people's profile pictures here. You see them nice, clear, nice smiling face shot here again, here again. So they're the kind of professional photographs that should be up on LinkedIn. Okay, so Philippe, I'm going to accept him, student at CCT, and I'm going to accept another. So people will be you'll either be invited to connect with people or you'll be inviting. You can download all your contacts from your Google account. I don't think I do that because it's too many people. So maybe just think about who you're going to invite and just send out connections to the people that you really want to connect with. So that would be the advice I'd give. The next one here, jobs. This is really key. So keep an eye on this. Hopefully you're doing this already. So here we've got so what are we going to put in here? So like the slide, I'm just going to put in intern, okay? Just intern, not even internship. And then I'm going to put in Dublin or Ireland. And let's see what pops up, okay? So we're going to get a list of the internships that are out there at the moment. Now you see this little job alert, it's off at the moment. So we want to click on that and we want to turn it on. So there's daily and there's weekly, okay? So you got to choose, do you want to get notifications daily or do you want to get them weekly? Okay, and then the jobs come to you. This is the beauty of this, that the jobs then come to you. Once you've set up the job alerts, you can sit back and relax. Well, not quite, but you know what I mean. So there's some intern opportunities there, which is nice. It's promising. There's quite a few things there, so do have a look. The other search you should all be really looking at is maybe graduate program, that kind of thing. So if I just do graduate, and again, we're setting it up for Dublin. Again, you can just check here. And if you go down, you can see all of the different graduate roles that are there at the moment. Okay. So do keep an eye on that. And again, you just click on this button here and you turn it on and you get your daily or weekly reminders. So this is a key thing. And this is something you can do without having your profile 100%. Okay. This is the immediate stuff and the really cool stuff that you should be doing. One more thing I want to show you here. Don't just put in those kind of words, like put in some random stuff, like all the separate searches. So you could put in Portuguese. You know, if you speak another language, pop it in there, Dublin, search. Okay, localization program manager, crew analyst, recruiting specialist, international project marketing strategy. So it could be a really cool way of finding other type jobs, HR advisors. There's a nice mix of both IT and business stuff coming up there. So if you speak another language, pop that in as a search. And again, just save the search. Turn the thing on and you turn to daily or weekly, okay? The other one there, put in the software, the applications that you're familiar with. So it could be HTML. Um, again, you're going to get some types of work that come connected directly to that. You could put in Microsoft Microsoft Office or Microsoft Excel. And there you go. So just, you know, it's just these are other, this is a kind of creative way of job searching, so it's alternative ways. So do put in the intern, do put in the grad, but also put in the Excel, put in the HTML, the Java, the Python, the project management, all of those things, okay? That's a real key function there. The other thing then is you want to, if you click here, and this little guy here, jobs, you can go to companies, okay? And you want to be following maybe some particular company. So here you can just do a little search and you might go Google. And there we go. And I'm following Google there. So let's have a look. We'll just open Google. Great places, I was saying earlier, to search to see what a company does. I mean, if I were to ask you, what does Google do? You might be, it's kind of a long-winded question. How can you get a snapshot about what they do? So let's just have a look here. So if we go to their About section, and you come down here to this great little place, specialities, and lovely. We can see here in a nutshell, in 3 little sentences, what they do. So they search ads, mobile, Android, online video apps, so on and so forth. So it can cut to the chase. When were they founded? Public company, headquarters, and then what's going on with them at the moment. So if we just go to home, what are they saying recently? Say you were going for an interview with Google. People are searching how to help doctors, nurses, and healthcare professionals. Okay, so maybe that's a reason that you want to work for Google, that they're out there currently and they're looking for solutions to help our frontline staff at the moment. And this stuff is live, and it means that you're really on top of the company, you know what they're doing recently, and it's a great place to find connections to why you might want to work for a particular company. So follow the companies, visit their website, then you can go there for additional research. So it's another really cool thing that you should be doing and using LinkedIn for. Messaging is just messaging. So the people you're connected with, you can just message, okay? So you can send your little messages backwards and forwards. Notifications, the little notifications, the little bell icon there. These are just notifications for the people I'm following. Have they, subscribed to things? Something I might like to subscribe to. Bill Gates started a monthly newsletter, so why not also subscribe to that? Could be cool. Then this is back to editing your profile, view your profile, and over here some pretty cool stuff as well. Okay, so here we've got the work. Okay, so you can set up your own groups and you need to join some groups as well. So if I click on groups there, right, so they're my groups. You can create a new group, or you can search for some groups. So let's just search for some Business Dublin. And we've got Dublin Chamber, Dublin City, Dublin Business School, CCT, so on and so forth. So you can search some groups, and you also need to join some groups before you get your profile up to 100%. Now, don't just join them, contribute, have a look at what the groups do. Think about, is it a group you'd really like to join? And then contribute, because that looks really good on your CV as well, that you constantly, or that you're a regular contributor to a forum or a particular group on LinkedIn. It's just evidencing that you're interested in the area and the discipline that you want to work in. So maybe look at it, like when I say join the meetup groups, I mean join the ones that are connected to what you want to do or where you want to go. And again, you can just look tech, and you can put tech Dublin. And again, you've got Fins in Tech, Tech for Good Dublin, so on and so forth. Loads of groups there that you can join. AWS Dublin interns have their own groups, so if you're interested in joining AWS, that might be a good one to join. Okay. The next thing here, just 2 more things I want to show you, and then I'll come back to the presentation and feel free to ask me any questions. So LinkedIn have bought a couple of other companies, one being It used to be called lynda.com. It's now called Learning. So again, I think you get 30 days free. Start my free month's trial. So find some time where you've got some time in your hands, and then maybe if you um, just make a note of some courses you'd like to do, and then you can use your free month to try and get through some of the courses. And again, this stuff looks great on your CV. So I'm just going to put in LinkedIn here, okay? So if you search here, LinkedIn Learning, you just put in LinkedIn. See there, learning LinkedIn. So you can do a course, by LinkedIn on learning how to use it. Rock your LinkedIn profile, how to use LinkedIn Learning highlights, so on and so forth. Okay, that's just one way of using it that's relevant to what we're talking about today. But you can put anything in. You could put project management. Let's see what comes up. 202 courses in project management. You've got agile project management, business analysis, operations management, project leadership. There you go. These things look really good on your CV. So that's a 3-hour, 20-minute course. This is the details of it. Then you pull the hyperlink and you add that to your learning. You add that to your CV. You use the title 2020 Ongoing Project Management Foundations, 3 hours, 20 minutes, and you hyperlink it. Okay, so just some options of things that you could be doing. And the other one here, so that's learning. The other one here I really want to show you is SlideShare. And SlideShare is here. And again, this is where you can post some slides. So I have been encouraging people to do that as a way to evidence and showcase your work. So maybe you're final year presentation, you can put some slides up here on SlideShare. So LinkedIn have bought SlideShare. Again, if you want, you can look up some existing presentations that exist around LinkedIn as well. So there's loads of places, even within the LinkedIn site itself, that can help you to really figure out how to use it and how to use it best for your needs. Again, here is a great place to share your slides. Maybe not every single slide from your final year presentation, but just the synopsis, what you set out to achieve, maybe your findings, a few visuals, and it proves that you actually did do a final year project on a particular thing. You can also upload your videos, so it's another great way to showcase, to promote yourself. So there's some LinkedIn is really cool, particularly when you're looking for work. And then of course you can just apply directly to companies by clicking. Some of the jobs come up and you can apply directly using LinkedIn, which makes it quite easy to do. Okay, so I'm just going to come out of that right now and just go back to the presentation. Okay, so from current slide. So you get to hear about all the jobs as soon as they're advertised. Add keywords. So we had a little look at that. Job titles. What jobs do you want? Preferred location. Part-time, full-time, and then all the different things. When I was telling you to think a bit creatively about how you're looking for jobs, so things like SAP, Sage, TAS Books, HTML, Microsoft Office Suite, Java, Photoshop, Portuguese, languages, they can be great ways to find some interesting jobs on there. So again, just really do consider that. Then you can sit back and relax and then let the jobs come to you. So promote yourself. The career is in your hands, so you can showcase yourself. Have a look at the CCT page. You're going to start seeing a lot of students promoting themselves now. They go to a seminar, there's a picture of them. They're saying, really good talk, glad to be here, well done, guest speaker. They're promoting certifications they've recently got, while they'll be doing some online learning from home. So again, just to think about how you can use LinkedIn to promote yourself. And of course, lots of the other social media platforms as well. I mean, Facebook can be a great place to look for work. You just post out to your friends, you're looking for work opportunities in a specific area. Do they know anybody you could talk to? You might get some funny comments back, but hey, you're going to put the word out there, because I'm sure all of your Facebook you've got a lot of connections on Facebook, so you never know who knows somebody that could help you get a job. So also use those other platforms. Um, Twitter can be very useful to follow people to try and connect in. To to get to know people working in particular companies. Um, Post. So we looked at that, writing an article on LinkedIn. So again, it's another idea and another useful thing that you can do on there. So 12 top 12 things to do. So register, of course, set up your job alerts, follow companies you would like to work for, follow CCT, update your CV, then work on your profile. Make connections with people in industry, go to career events and networking events, make connections, add images, videos, and articles, upload, SlideShare, and Prezi, join groups in your discipline, contribute, post relevant content, and check out LinkedIn Learning. So I think we had a look at all of that. So I'm just going to stop sharing for a minute and come out of that and just check back into um, the meet. And so I see some. If you've got any questions, just ask. I'm just going to check the chat. After, is it possible we share our profile here or for have more connections and know each other? Uh, yeah, sure. So if you want to ask me anything now, guys, you can use the chat or you can just turn on your mics. Just let me know if you followed all of that.
Yeah, that was quite good. Thanks. I don't have any particular questions.
Were you able
Aidan here.
to follow it? Oh, hi, Aidan. How are you?
Yeah, I was able to follow it clearly. Thanks.
Yeah, I hope some. I tried to cover everything because I'm not sure whether some of you are just, coming at LinkedIn for the very first time, or if you've a little bit of experience with it. Um, if you are quite experienced with it, then do go into the learning side and just have a look at some of the stuff there they posted themselves, because that's going to really give you some additional tips. Also, you can look at some of the slides and shares. So I would say the big thing, to follow the companies now, see what they're saying about themselves, and the job alerts is really key. And that idea of putting in your applications and the systems that you work with can be really useful, and your languages as well as the kind of jobs. Um, it can also be useful for looking up jobs that you did before, because what you're doing then is you're pulling really current information. So you're going to use, so sometimes I find when I'm looking at CVs for people that I'm seeing a translation of duties that you've done before. So if you're just doing a direct translation, sometimes they can be unclear. So if you've had a job from before, I'm just going to quickly share, and I just want to show you that. So, okay, let's just go back to present and my entire screen. Okay, and we go back in here. So if we're looking at jobs, it doesn't have to be the future jobs either. So let's just pull up a job. Say you worked in say purchasing manager. Okay, so say that's something you might have done before. Okay, so we don't really care. It doesn't matter if it's Ireland. Well, let's pick Ireland. It doesn't have to be Dublin. Supply chain. So some people have some experience in supply chain. So let's just look at that as an example. So don't try and translate what you did before. Just look at what a job is saying currently. Okay, and then you just need to put it into the past tense. So um, you're seeing some stuff here, developed best practice between various warehouse locations, um, reviewed and reduced costs, shipping accuracy. So you can just look up a couple of the jobs, look at, see what they're saying, identified, drove and supported cost reduction initiatives.
Are you
Great. I
sharing?
mean, yeah, can you see it? No?
No,
Hang on.
I can't anyway.
Okay, so okay, let's try again. Oh yeah, hang on. If I press the share button. Thanks for letting me know. Brilliant. Okay, here. Okay, can you see now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, so Say you did this before, purchasing manager, and we don't care. It doesn't have to be Dublin here. It could be Ireland, the UK. But what we want is the current language being used. Okay, so don't translate. Just take it. The stuff's already here. And I'm just looking at this particular. This is a pretty generic, nice bullet point. You just have to put it in the past tense, something you did before. You identified, you drove and supported cost reduction initiatives. You managed and developed the purchasing team. You ensured effective inventory strategies and control in line with company targets. So it's all there. I mean, just to remove the stuff you didn't do and look at a few of the jobs. So it's a great way if you're stuck, and this is back to your CV, if you're stuck trying to find or remember things you used to do when you were doing your CV and you can't, just look up the job here. Sometimes I found for students that we call the job something a little bit different here, so that might take a little bit of time to find the exact job, but it's worth it because what you're doing then is that you're really appealing to today's market. You're using words and terminology that employment companies are using today around those jobs. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing again. Okay, so any other questions, guys? This will be recorded, I hope. If not, I have the record button on, so it's a learning curve for me too. So hopefully today's session did get recorded. And if it did, I'm going to do a repeat of the CV session and send it off to Justin so he can share it with everybody. Um, so I think we've kind of covered everything. So unless you've got any other questions, we'll finish the session. So I just hope everybody's keeping well. Stay positive. Keep in touch. I'm here, so just hop in. Join me on the Hangouts if you've got any career questions or questions about the workshops, or just send me an email if you want me to review your CV. That's no problem. Okay. So thanks for joining and have a good rest today, guys. All right. Take care. Bye bye. So you can all just sign out now, I think. And yeah, great.